Understanding Hindu fundamentalism, history, politics, and society. Welcome to our channel. Today, we explore a subject that sparks intense debates in India and across the globe. Hindu fundamentalism. What does it mean? Where did it come from? And how does it shape society and politics in modern India? First, let us define Hindu fundamentalism. Hindu fundamentalism refers to a range of political and cultural ideologies that seek to define Indian identity, primarily through the lens of Hindu religion, traditions, and values. It is not synonymous with Hinduism, which is an ancient, diverse, and pluralistic spiritual tradition practiced by over 1 billion people worldwide. Instead, Hindu fundamentalism, or Hindutva, is a modern political ideology. It aims to assert a Hindu identity as central to Indian nationalism, often portraying non-Hindu minorities, particularly Muslims and Christians, as outsiders or threats. Let us outline the historical background. To understand the rise of Hindu fundamentalism, we must examine India's colonial past. During British rule, many Indians experienced a crisis of identity. In response, some thinkers promoted a strong, unified Hindu identity to resist colonial influence. One such figure was Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, who coined the term Hindutva in 1923. For him, Indian identity was inherently tied to Hindu religion, culture, and land. Parallelly, the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, RSS, was founded in 1925 to promote Hindu unity and cultural nationalism. Though the RSS remained largely apolitical during British rule, its ideology profoundly shaped future Hindu nationalist movements. Post-independence developments. After India gained independence in 1947, the Constitution established the country as a secular democratic republic. However, the partition of India along religious lines, creating Muslim-majority Pakistan and Hindu-majority India, had left deep communal scars. In this post-colonial environment, the RSS and affiliated organizations sought to assert Hindu identity more prominently in national life. In October 1951, the political wing of the RSS, the Bharatiya Janata Sangh, was founded. This party evolved into the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, in 1980. The BJP and other Hindu nationalist groups became increasingly influential, especially after the 1990s. A major turning point came with the Ram Janmabhoomi movement, which called for the demolition of the Babri Masjid in Ayodhya, a 16th century mosque said to be built on the birthplace of Lord Ram, a prominent deity in Hinduism, revered as the 7th incarnation of Vishnu. In December 1992, a Hindu nationalist mob demolished this mosque, sparking nationwide riots and deepening Hindu-Muslim tensions. For critics, this act epitomized Hindu fundamentalism's disregard for India's secular fabric. For supporters, it was seen as reclaiming historical wrongs. In 2019, India's Supreme Court ruled in favor of building a Ram temple at the site, which was inaugurated in January 2024, a landmark moment for the Hindutva movement. Hindu fundamentalism and politics today. Under the leadership of Narendra Modi, who became Prime Minister in 2014, the BJP has consolidated power and advanced a Hindu nationalist agenda. Policies such as the Citizenship Amendment Act, CAA, and the abrogation of Article 370 in Kashmir have been praised by supporters as steps toward national unity, but criticized by others as marginalizing Muslims and eroding secular values. Hindu fundamentalist narratives are also increasingly visible in education, media, and public discourse, leading to concerns about historical revisionism, suppression of dissent, and intolerance toward minorities. Criticism and counterviews. Critics of Hindu fundamentalism argue that it undermines the pluralistic secular ethos of India. They warn of increasing violence against religious minorities, censorship of artistic expression, and a shrinking space for civil liberties. However, supporters argue that Hindu fundamentalism, or more accurately, Hindutva, is a defensive response to centuries of foreign domination, Islamic invasions, and colonial rule. They claim it restores pride in Hindu heritage and counters what they see as liberal or leftist bias in media and academia. It is important to recognize that many Indians who identify as devout Hindus do not support extremism or exclusionary ideologies. Global implications and diaspora. Hindu fundamentalism is not limited to India. The ideology has found support in parts of the Indian diaspora, particularly in the United States, United Kingdom, and Canada. Diaspora groups sometimes fund political campaigns, religious events, or nationalist causes back in India. International human rights organizations have raised concerns over increasing religious intolerance and violence. Meanwhile, India's government continues to emphasize national sovereignty and dismisses foreign criticism as interference in domestic affairs. Hindu fundamentalism is not a simple phenomenon. It intertwines religion, history, politics, and identity in complex and emotionally charged ways. While it represents a powerful assertion of cultural pride for some, for others, it signals the erosion of India's secular and democratic foundations. The key challenge lies in balancing cultural heritage with constitutional values, ensuring that India remains both a land of Hindus and a home for all. What do you think about the rise of Hindu fundamentalism? Is it a cultural revival, political movement, or a threat to secular democracy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thoughtful content on global politics, history, and society.